Dave Neilson, Fantasy Sports Giant, coming back to you this week to give you my fantasy preview for Week 3 of Fantasy Football 2017 and the segment we like to call Who's Naitchin? That's right, 5 guys who are going to style and profile this week and put up some big numbers in your fantasy football leagues. We're going to start off with wide receiver T.Y. Hilton going against the Cleveland Browns. Favorable matchup for him. The first 2 weeks of the season have been disappointing when it's come to T.Y. Hilton, but he's got a favorable matchup this week. Obviously, he's missing his quarterback in Andrew Luck, and that has hurt his production, but I think this week he gets it going, even with Jacoby Brissett throwing him the ball. Then I'm going to stick with that same game, running back Isaiah Crowell. A lot of fantasy owners picked this guy up in the second or third round of their fantasy leagues. He's disappointed just so far. 2 tough matchups already against the Pittsburgh Steelers and Baltimore Ravens. Now he's got a favorable matchup against the Indianapolis Colts. I think he puts up some big numbers this week, and you're finally going to be happy that you can start Isaiah Crowell. Then we're going to go with Carson Wentz, quarterback Carson Wentz for the Philadelphia Eagles, going against the New York Giants. A lot of people would predict this is a tough matchup. However, it's the Eagles' first home game of the season, and I think he's going to put it on the Giants. Carson Wentz is going to have over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game. I expect it. So you need to get him into your starting lineups. Then we're going to go with running back Javarius Allen for the Baltimore Ravens last week. Came on the scene, had some big plays for the Ravens. Outplayed Terrence West. Obviously, West was battling an injury. Still looks like he's battling it. I think Javarius Allen gets to start, and I think he will put up big numbers this week and make his case that he should be the starting running back for the rest of the season. And then finally, I'm going to go with wide receiver Amari Cooper for the Oakland Raiders. The first 2 weeks, it looks like Michael Crabtree has been the man there. This week against the Washington Redskins, the Redskins can give up some big plays. I think Amari Cooper gets a couple against the Redskins this week. This has been Dave Neilson, your Fantasy Sports Giant. Stay tuned. I'll have more fantasy previews for Week 3 in your fantasy football leagues.